baby, turn the lights off. Ooh, cause it's getting late. I say, ooh, I know you're gonna try to hang tough. Ooh, you shouldn't hesitate. To burn, you had a wounded heart, and I across a crowded room. Should we let this start? I say, ooh, come on baby, turn the lights off.
Hey everybody, it's Chonkaroo. Hey everybody. Oh, I got a bunch of people in here. Look at that. I feel like it's always like Hodl or Bad Guy who are first. I love it. I love it. Thank you guys so much. You guys having a good day? Hope so. I just realized I forgot to do my mental health moment at yesterday's stream. I'm slipping, man. It's been a busy week, catching up on work and everything. And I realized I forgot to do it because I was thinking about what I was going to do today, and I was like, oh, I don't have anything written down. One that's better now, one here, the recap. Good. I'm awesome. That's glad I'm awesome. My mental health moment for the day was relevant for my work day today. It's about setting boundaries. And without going into too much detail, I have a coworker who constantly wants to make her problems everyone else's problems, and it creates a whole bunch of extra work for me and other coworkers. And so I had to have a pretty difficult conversation with my boss today. That was basically like, she's got to get her shit together because I like we're not going to keep picking up her slack, right? And so it was it's definitely challenging to do that, but it's important for you as a person to make sure that like you don't allow other people's work to become your work and people just walk on you. Like you have to set boundaries. So that's my nice little mental health moment for the day. The conversation went extremely well, actually. Even my boss was like, yeah, I'm noticing that. Like we need to address it. And I was like, thank you so much. She was like, you are validated. And I was like, I love you. Thank you. So it's good to be supported. And so that, that felt great. The recap for SCGCON Cincinnati. So I didn't really talk about it that much yesterday because I knew I was having the stream today. So I'm starting early. You guys noticed probably. So from 5 to 7 today, and then is going to be me, and then I'm going on Schiller at 7. For about 30 minutes. And it was completely like I had already had this planned, and he reached out to me. He was like, hey, will you do this? And I was like, oh my gosh, that's like, it fits perfectly into my theme for the night. So this is actually like, I want you guys to know how much it means to me that you guys actually like spend time with me on a weekly basis. Greg is actually getting off early today. He had a weird schedule shift. And he was like, hey, are you streaming tomorrow? This was last night. He's like, hey, are you streaming tomorrow? And I was like, yeah, I am. He's like, oh, I'm getting off early. And I was like, too bad. Like I've already made these commitments, right? And so, it means a lot to me that you guys spend your Wednesday and Thursday evenings with me. And I'm going to honor that commitment to keep it going with you guys. So again, I really appreciate everyone's support. It's been wild to go from like just me hanging out on stream with one other person in February to regularly getting like 50 to 100 views. And then the Twitch is obviously really active with a lot of repeat people. So I absolutely love it. And it means a lot. So I don't know how much gameplay is going to happen today. So the guest that I'm having on, you guys probably have seen him in Discord. His Discord name, I'm not doxing him. His Discord name is Josh Fry. I believe that's his actual name too. I'm not 100% certain, but that's his Discord name. He's done a couple of cool things. He linked me to some websites, which I will put on. I'll put in. Let me find him. I'll add them to the comments here for this one. Here we are. He is working on doing a rental service for Vibes decks, which I think is just like the coolest thing that I've ever heard in my life. And I was like, please, like give me these links. I will absolutely plug these for free. No, I don't want anything in exchange. I just want like more resources for the community. And I think that that's awesome. So he's kind of small right now. He doesn't have, I think he can do like one of every deck in the current meta. So it's not like super crazy. But yeah, so hey, Spiffy, how are you? So I think that's a super, they're super affordable. Like it's like $30 to rent a tier 1 deck, which I think is like wildly accessible. So very, very happy with that. Another like just kind of like some housekeeping stuff while I'm talking about this stuff. Ooh, cool. Josh is calling me right now. Let me answer this. What's up, buddy? How are you?
Doing good. How's it going?
Good, man. Good. I was just plugging your card rental service. You called at the correct time.
Oh, nice.
Yeah. Can
Great to
everyone
meet
hear
you.
Josh?
Sorry, say that again?
I was asking the stream if everyone can hear you all right. So I'm hoping.
Oh, okay.
I'm hoping so. Is it you and Benny in the same room, or is he joining us later?
I'm trying to get him on right now. I'm actually walking towards my car.
Oh, you're gonna do this while driving. You're multitasking. Look at you go.
Yes, sir.
Good. Good.
Yeah, I'll just be audio because Benny said he could jump on for like half an hour and then he had to go.
Yeah.
One of his relatives just graduated, so he's gonna go celebrate.
Wow. Okay, cool. Yeah. Have him hop on here, and I'll dive right in with you guys while I have you available. So yeah, I absolutely really value your time and appreciate you. I was introducing you. I'll let you get the Benny stuff kind of figured out, and I will just kind of go back into that whenever you guys are ready. So what I was talking about before he got on, and interrupt me whenever you have time, or whenever you get Benny on. So feel free to interrupt me. But what I was talking about before is I want to shout out Spiffy for, first of all, just being such a huge community member. Like, I absolutely love that she's in this community. But she did start a petition on, I don't know if she started it, but she's the one that shared it that I saw. And it's a jot form. If you guys have never used a jot form before, it's just basically it's a legit website. Like, they're not going to like steal your stuff. But it just asks for name and email to sign a petition trying to get vibes onto TCG Player. If you guys don't know what TCG Player is, it is the largest, hands down, secondary market for specifically TCGs. So like Magic is all over TCG Player, and it's very accessible to the public. Like, you can go on and sell your cards as a person to like it doesn't, there's not like a lot of barriers to jump through. Like, you have to prove that you're a reputable person. You're not going to rip people off. But in terms of like being an air quote store, the barrier is like pretty low. So I think that that's great. And getting on TCG Player would really help the Vibes secondary market in general. So if you're comfortable sharing that information with wherever that JAF form goes, and Spiffy, please tell us, it was Josh Link, from the Vibes Discord. Oh, okay, cool. That's awesome. Yeah, so I think that that's amazing. And I could not be more excited that that's in the running. I've talked to a couple of like the Orange Cap people, and they've been working with TCG Player to get them on there, but they keep moving the target. It's like, they're like, all right, do this many in sales. And then they do that many in sales. And then they're like, okay, we met that goal. And they're like, oh, just kidding. Like, now you got to also do this many in sales and also blah, blah, blah. Right. It definitely gets tedious to say the least. Oh, here we go. All right, we got them all now. It looks like. Hello, friends. How are you guys?
Very good.
Perfect. So you guys are live on stream. We already got people in the chat hanging out. We are plugging the deck rental service, which I think is the coolest thing on the face of the planet. And then we were also talking about the TCG jot form, the link to try to get vibes onto TCG Player, which Spiffy said was yours, Josh. Is that right?
Yeah, I made that earlier today. I actually just got off of a call with one of the representatives at TCG around lunchtime, and he was saying that, I mean, essentially, it's just getting his boss to acknowledge that we exist.
Yeah.
Obviously, TCG has had meetings with the Vibes, the guys at Orange Cap and Vibes before, but their argument is, well, if we don't see a large enough community trying to buy these cards, we're not going to put it on our website. And so what he communicated to me was, if you guys get 100 people to sign this, we'll look at it. But if you can get 1,000 people to sign it, like, that'll straight up trigger like a board meeting where they're going to bring in people to actually start doing this stuff.
Oh,
and
wow.
So obviously the goal would be 1,000. I don't know if we'll hit that, but hey, if we can, that'd be awesome.
I hope that somebody who's super tech savvy can do like a bot with 1 million emails and just, I don't care how legit it is. Like, I just want it done. Like, that doesn't.
I'm sure Dr. Camel could do it.
Yeah. I don't know how tech savvy Dr. Camel is an actual doctor. I don't know that he's a doctor of computer stuff. So I don't know what his computer savviness looks like. Although fun fact about Doc Camel and I, we are both Persian.
Oh, nice.
Yeah. So I do. Doc Camel, I don't know if you've actually like met Doc Camel in person, but he is honestly like one of my favorite human beings of all time. He's like the absolute nicest, coolest person you'll ever meet in your life.
Oh yeah, he's dope.
Yeah, he's great. So I know I'll start with Benny, because I know Benny only has like so much time right now. But so Benny, take me through your TCG experience in general, what you did to prepare for the Vibes tournament, and kind of like how the tournament went.
For TCGs mainly, I mean, I played Hearthstone for like a little bit, like early middle school, but never got serious into that. And I started Magic in middle school, mainly playing casually for the longest time, where I started playing more competitively near the end of high school, so like 3 years ago.
Yeah, you look pretty young. What are you like early 20s?
I'm turning 21 next week, so
Oh, congratulations,
or
man.
2 weeks. 2 weeks. Yeah.
Oh, okay, cool. So,
But
so that can just kind of gauge it, gives people a gauge of like how much, like, so like 5-6 years of TCG experience.
probably around there is what I'd say.
Okay.
Actually, like playing games, like on a more competitive level.
Yeah. So like just not the kitchen table with your buddy, but actually like tournaments.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, which
And
I've played local tournaments for a long time. This is my first time focusing on Magic competitively. I was there for the regional championships, but
how'd that
scrubbed out
go?
day one with a
Oh,
5-4 record. I
yeah.
mean, I had one more win on making day 2, but hey, at least I got to play Vibes because of it, you know?
Yeah. So that is just for the record, kind of how those the idea behind the Vibes tournaments too. So for the viewers and for Benny, the reason it's on Sunday is for this transaction to occur. So people to come for that regional qualifier and then be like, oh, didn't make it, but here's this sweet 10K, right?
Yeah. Which I
Yeah.
was, even if it wasn't 10K, I was probably already planning to play Vibes anyway because Josh has been so big into it.
Oh, okay, cool. So you
I've
guys are
practiced
close
with
to each
him
other.
here and there. Yeah, I mean, we live like 10 minutes apart. Play the
Okay.
same local group.
Awesome.
Yeah. So like he's been big in Vibes. Like I've played very few games with him here and there, but so like I know the game. I think it's a really interesting game to me, just for the fact of first and second doesn't matter, which is a big problem in card games nowadays.
Yeah.
And the advantage between that, which is why Vibes actually look pretty cool to me.
Okay.
But
And
before practicing this,
yeah.
didn't really play any meta decks. But after I scrubbed out, I told Josh, I was like, "Hey, just give me a deck you think will be fine, whatever you think the strongest." Watched videos on it. I goldfished it like twice in where I was staying that night before, and came in and played the next day.
Oh wow, that's awesome. Have you played online at all?
So I actually just started playing online yesterday.
Okay, cool. Do you mind sharing your username, or is that the secret?
It's Tuzlo, TUZLO there. Same thing I use for League of Legends where I played collegiately, where I just graduated, but
oh, that's awesome. Yeah. So if you guys see him online, be sure to beat him up. And yeah, if you're not in the Discord yet, people will hook you up with some free packs. And hit me with that name again. I'll hook you up with some free packs too. What was it?
Tuzlo, TUZLO.
TUZLO. All right.
Yeah.
Cool. I'll get you some free
While you're
packs.
taking over those packs, I do want to jump in real quick and just share for anyone watching, or if anyone sees this in the future, like this is one of the things I really do love about Vibes. Like it's a really easy game to jump in on. Like Benny's story, he made top 8 in his first ever like actual tournament in Vibes. I actually got into Vibes at SCGCON Atlanta, where I won the 1K there, and it was literally I had literally learned to play that weekend.
Yeah.
And so he like definitely helps that both of us have several years of experience with like Magic or different trading cards games. But what's really cool about Vibes is just you can jump in really easily, and if you have some basic understanding of game mechanics of other games, it translates really well.
I don't know if you know
with that, like there's still like such depth of nuance when it comes to little interactions and things.
Yeah. My story is the exact same. I went to SCGCon in Las Vegas just to hang out and play Magic with buddies, and someone taught me how to play Vibes, and I won the 5K. So
Nice.
the exact same, same story, kind of what we're talking about here, where if you have a TCG background, it's pretty easy to get into, but even if you don't, it's not a challenging game to learn. But I would argue, and you guys can agree or disagree on this one, that the actual intricacies, like once you get to high level Vibes play, is actually more challenging than Magic, in my opinion.
I think you could make a case depending on the format.
Sure.
I was just about to comment that. Like, I will agree on certain formats, but like for stuff like CDH, Legacy, Vintage, stuff like that, I still say we'll have a higher thing from Vibes. But that's because of how many cards you have available to, right? Vibes has 2 sets,
so
which on a baseline will make it simpler.
Whenever I talk about that, it's usually in context of no instant speed thing. So for people who don't play Magic, in Vibes you can only play actions during an action phase. In Magic, they're called instants, and you can play them at any time at any phase in the game whenever you have priority. And my argument is that Vibes is actually harder because you have to set up and know a format extremely well in order to even participate in air quote participate in the next turn. So like whenever your opponent goes, I need to know what my options are, what I have to play against, and that dictates how I play my hand versus just being able to save stuff and play it at instant speed later.
Yeah, I will agree with you. I had one big issue with that where I just didn't know. So with Bellyacre, I didn't realize with the Bellyacre untap, I didn't realize the whole thing resolves at once. So I was holding my removal spell for them trying to untap Bellyacre, so I let them do their first Bellyacre.
Oh yeah,
Without
they went got
removing
another
it. I also
Bellyacre.
didn't know if you remove it, the Bellyacre trigger doesn't happen.
Yes,
I
yeah,
just assumed
yeah.
it
The
was
stack, the stack's
triggers
very
on
different.
the stack, it's happening no matter what. So
Oh
I had this
yeah,
very poor play where I let him Bellyacre, then he went to untap, and then I tried to get rid of it.
yeah.
On
That
the untap.
it's definitely a learning curve for sure. And fortunately, I think your lineup was a lot harder than my 5K. It was like all yellow starter decks, and I was playing a yellow deck that played Yum Yum, which if you don't know what that is, it's Wrath of God.
Oh yeah, I saw.
Yeah. So I had a pretty big leg up for the most part there. But yeah. The Bizbunk list that you played probably plays very similar to a Magic deck. You don't really care what they're doing as long as they leave your Ascending Penguin alone.
Yeah, that's kind of why I also chose it, where it's like I don't have to learn the meta; I just have to jam faster than my opponents.
Yeah.
Which was very easy for me for a first event. I felt like.
How did in terms of the matchups go? Like, walk me through your Swiss rounds. Was it were you playing against people who knew what they were doing? Were you playing against people who also started this weekend? What did that look like?
My first opponent said he's played at an SCGCON or few. He looked like he was on like a more advanced yellow deck, but still like newer to the game, if that makes sense. Like he doesn't really put much time to it. Second opponent, brand new, one of her first ever games played. And we were just going through the steps, slowly, making sure everything was being done right. Yeah. After that, I started going against players who they feels like they have played, like they're on decks that they themselves brought and they play tested with.
Okay.
From there on out, and I played against Deuce, who is really good, right? He's won multiple regionals, I believe.
Yeah, so they're not regional; they're just 10Ks for us. He has won. Sorry. He's won three the past three actually.
Yeah, and then I played against his friend, who same outfit as him. I wish I remembered his name. But
so that's Tugs.
That was
Tugs is also Tugs and Deuce are. I mean, they're friends in the context that they're both in the same Discord, but they're from completely different regions. They just happen to be dressed the same.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
no, he hit mine and his match. We played in the final round, I believe, was probably the most intricate match I've ever played.
Did you win or lose that one?
I won that one, but it was very back and forth where I'm actually clearing my own yard to turn off his what's its name? Binkus, the one that clears my yard.
Yep.
So I was clearing my own yard, not even going for my combo kill just to get rid of his high power, and I just had an 11 power penguin out. It was real back and forth.
That's a very interesting matchup. For those of you who don't know, Tugs was playing the blue Bellyacre deck, and Benny was playing Bizbunk. So in theory, the blue Bellyacre deck, I don't even know how that matchup goes. It plays 2 Binkus, which is really bad for you, but it also mills you, which helps you. Yeah. So either way, it's a very weird matchup overall.
Yeah. The way it went was he never chose to mill me. He was milling himself.
Yeah.
And then eventually he just got the Binkus, and I didn't know Binkus was a card until that matchup. So the second I read Binkus, my entire gameplay in my mind shifted.
Uh-oh.
Where it was like, okay, we're not going for this one. We're just going to keep the Baron on our side.
Yeah.
And we played this very back and forth interactive game.
I want to be respectful of your time. I have you till 5:30. Is that right?
Yeah, not a hard set off. My sister just got done with high school. Today was her last day, so we're going out.
Congratulations.
No hard cutoff for that.
Yeah, Tugs was playing Blue Bellyacre, bad guy. The final question that I have for you, Benny, is what if you had? So my whole stream is targeted at. I mean, at this point, it's not really newer players because I kind of have some people who've been following me for a couple of months at this point. But I want it to be very welcoming to new players. What advice would you give somebody who has a little bit of a TCG background and wants to play in the next 10K? What would you tell them? How would you tell them to prepare?
I think they don't need. I actually truly think they don't need to go into these like complex Bellyacre toolbox things. Even just a base yellow starter can make it to the top 8 easier to play. And just need to keep in mind that Vibes isn't about winning the vibe check until the end. You stay net neutral cards with your opponent until unless something very weird happens. So it's more about just building up, getting a high vibe counter in yellow, and then just winning the final Baron check.
That is wonderful advice.
Overcomplicating anything if they're not confident. If they're confident, it's like they can go for the Bellyacre stuff because that does give you the toolbox to deal with most of anything, but they don't have to.
So Bellyacre is actually high risk for as somebody who I'm a Bellyacre player. I absolutely love the deck and the card, and there's a bunch of different builds and ways to play it. It is more skill intensive because you need to actually understand more interactions than if you're just playing a yellow deck. However, it is weak to decks that play removal. So there's not a lot of really good removal decks. There's a deck that you guys probably haven't seen unless you were playing online a lot. It's a mono purple deck that plays like 12 removal spells. It plays a whole bunch of removal. It's a pretty rough matchup for Bellyacre. It's a rough matchup for actually most decks except yellow. Like I don't think that's a tier 1 deck that can't beat a yellow precon because they just have so many threats and so they go so wide. But yeah. But yes, I completely agree. Like keep it simple. You don't need to do anything crazy on that first one. But yeah, congratulations on the top 8. Absolutely wonderful showing from that crew. Josh, so are you in a position to talk? You still driving?
I'm still driving, but I can chat.
Okay,
I
cool.
want to throw in though,
Yeah.
bigger question that you directed towards Benny. There was actually 2 other guys that I had met that weekend, and I gave them 2 of my loaner decks, and quite literally what you described happened. I had an extra Bellyacre deck, and I had an extra yellow Yum Yum deck. Actually, the one that I had built in my YouTube video the week before, and I kind of gave him a quick rundown of it. But what happened was exactly what you described. The guy that was running the Bellyacre just didn't know what he needed to search, and so he'd constantly be like looking through his deck trying to find the thing and not knowing what the thing was. But then the guy that was playing the yellow deck, he just slammed Yum Yum and went.
Yep.
And yeah, I think Benny hit the nail on the head. Like, if you are just starting out, just get your hands on a yellow starter deck and modify it a little bit. And I mean, it's doubtful you win the entire.
Oh, I think we lost you, buddy.
I think we're losing him just a little bit.
You're cutting in and out. But what he was saying is accurate. So just get your hands on a yellow starter and add some Yum Yums and modify it a little bit. But that's absolutely completely true. Yeah. Yellow will always be strong. I would like to point out that after DC, everything changes. So the format should change because set 3 is going to be out. But in addition to set 3 being out, right now there's so much yellow because if you've never been to an SCGCON event before, the way that it works on Friday and Saturday, they have these Learn to Play events where for $25 they give you either a yellow or a green precon. And so that's why there's so much yellow and green. They're literally giving the decks out. It's like Learn to Play tournaments. And so there's going to be considerably less yellow in the future because they're going to start giving out the set 3 precons that are coming out. Oh, thanks, Surehands. I appreciate that subscription. Love you. Thank you. But so yeah, I think that yellow's going to be. I don't want to say harder to get a hold of. Like you can still, it's all commons and uncommons. You can build it yourself, and Star City should have all the cards there to do that. But I think that the whole draw to it is it's a hyper competitive deck that you can basically get for free right now. So yeah.
Oh, that's awesome. What have they revealed deck lists for the new precons yet?
They have not revealed deck lists, but they revealed the main card in both of them. And it's the main card in the blue one is Pingu, which is a 3-cost 2 vibe that you can play during actions. So it's an instant speed penguin. And then the
Oh.
other one is Burb, which I believe, don't quote me on this, 2 cost, 1 vibe, red, and draw 2, discard 1 maybe, or look at the top 2 and it does something. So yeah. Star City churches sell pre-made decks. I don't know what churches was supposed to be, but that sentence didn't quite get me on that one. They could sell pre-made decks for sure. They probably won't do that because that is a lot of effort for them to like go through and pre-make decks and bring them and sell them. And it's also competing directly with another product that they're trying to sell, which is the new pre-con that they'll have. So they probably won't do that, but they will bring the singles and let you put in the work for them. One thing that I have done is I have a handful of pre-made lists that I give to the Vibes team that you can build a deck out of the singles that they will bring. So I do know a bunch of people at Star City, and so I get access to whatever they're planning on bringing, and then me and a couple other people have made decks, like deck list that people can go buy the cards and have like a semi-competitive common uncommon list. So yes, I agree. They should sell them, bad guy. So Josh, if you're back with us, if you got better reception now than you did before, how was your SCGCon experience? Because I didn't play you in the 10K, but I did play you in the giant card event on Saturday night. So how'd that go?
Yeah, it went pretty well. I didn't make it, but I think gosh, I can't remember, what was my record? I think I was one
You
away
were
from
3-4.
getting it.
Yeah, you were 3-4, I believe.
Oh, did you top
no,
16?
It's something about the giant.
Oh, the oversized. Sorry, my fault.
Yeah, I did pretty well in the oversized. Yeah, I only made top 16. I
That's so
was actually
good.
telling Benny, like, it was a very large blunder on my part. I had a very, very obvious misplay that knocked me into 16. If I had done that, I would have been top 8. But it is what it is.
What was it?
It was I had Peace Out Penguin on board, and they were doing a yellow starter deck. And so I had Peace Out Penguin on board. I had a board wipe in my hand, drop an attention. And so my plan was to use Drop of Attention. But then I saw the Penguin Who Doesn't Mind Goodbyes, and I was like, all right, well, I'm not going to use Drop of Attention. And so it got to the point where I was able to get, I believe I had what was it? I think I had a 6/5 little detective on board. And so it was growing every turn that I draw a card. But then they had an extrovert, a penguin who zooms, whatever the 1-cost penguin with the balloons on it, and then they dropped a penguin that doesn't mind goodbyes. And so I looked at their board state, and I was like, okay, I'm really scared of the extrovert. I want to knock out the extrovert before it gets too big. And so I was like, all right, I played a red action. I think it was just the coin flip one. Tapped the Peace Out Penguin to get rid of the extrovert while it was still small, and then the penguin who zooms. But then as soon as I did that, I realized, I was like, wait a second, they have no cards in hand. I shouldn't be worried about this extrovert because I'm going to grow faster than the extrovert as long as they don't have cards in hand. And so I realized it too late, and I was like, all right, well, we have to resolve this as it stands. And so they drew 4 cards, they drew 2 cards.
2 cards, lost the vibe check, got 2 more.
They had 2 penguins who don't mind saying goodbyes. They had 2 of those on board. And so they drew 4 cards off of it. And with those 4 cards, they got the not your key. They got a Not Your Keys, and they got something else that removed my little detective. And so at that point, they just grew faster. They actually redrew another extrovert, played it, and then they got bigger, and they were able to ice my detective with the Not Your Keys. And I was sitting there like, man, if I had just left it be, if I just left the extrovert be, I would have got bigger than it. But I didn't realize it until after I had done my Peace Out Penguin. And I was like, right. Oh, that was stupid.
Yeah. Yellow's a very threatening deck for sure. But I mean, top 16 is still a very great showing. And the deck that Josh was playing was actually really, we played one. So, and when I wake up in the morning, I'll like check some emails and maybe play like 1 or 2 games of Vibes. And I ran into Josh on the ladder, and he was playing a really neat deck. It's a not traditional red-purple control deck that plays Little Detective. So that's the 4 fish, 1 vibe. Whenever you draw a card, it gets +1 vibe. And then he also played Red Mega Penguin, which I had never seen before. So I always like to see people who like to brew decks, who are creative. I am the least creative person when it comes to deck building on the planet. So I always encourage and appreciate people who actually take a stab at building more competitive and fun decks. So that was definitely awesome to see as well. But yeah, so the deck performed pretty well even with your own brew, right?
Yeah. It's one of those decks. I've played it on my channel before several times, and it's one of those decks that I've always said it's not a meta deck. Like, it's not a good enough deck to be a meta deck. It's just a lot of fun.
Yeah.
Like, when it doesn't do the thing, you kind of dirtle, but when it does the thing, it does it so well, and it's just like, oh, this feels good.
Yeah.
I don't. Did we play? I don't remember. Did we wind up playing each other at all at Worlds, or did we miss each other?
I don't remember, to be honest with you. That day was a blur to me. It was very,
Yeah,
very big blur.
I remember we were talking. I think we talked over coffee that morning, but I don't know if we ever actually played. But the initial version of that deck was the same one I showed you that day. It was essentially trying to build a Ruby Storm deck in Vibes.
So I think Ruby Storm is after my time in Magic. I quit Magic in 2016.
I don't. Hey, Benny, you might know. When did Ruby Storm become prominent?
When Modern Horizons 3, when RAL got added. Before that, it was a little bit of a meme.
Yeah,
I gotcha.
I would have never. Yeah,
I
wasn't around.
It's been like 2 years only. I think it's relatively.
Yeah.
Well, he said, "Hey Benny, how long has this been relevant?" And I quit Magic before Benny was born. So.
I mean, definitely before I was playing any cards that were worth that much.
Yeah, no, no. But so, would you guys say that like half of your matches were yellow?
Rounded down, yes.
Okay, yeah. I think that's
like 3 yellow decks.
Yeah, I think for me, rounded up, I
yeah.
think I wound up with four matches against yellow and 3 against not yellow.
Yeah, it's really interesting how these tournaments are kind of playing out. I've been to every SCGCON this year except Atlanta. And the world's meta was completely different because it was the 40 best Vibes players in the world all in one room for the most part. And so obviously there like people came to play specifically that game. And so I kind of throw that one out. That one's an outlier. But if you look at Milwaukee, Richmond, and now Cincinnati, it's about half yellow. And then there's regionally, so Deuce and I have been to all of them. And then regionally, there's another 1 or 2 very competitive people that kind of show up. And those are the kind of the people to beat, right? And so DC is going to be hyper competitive. Instead of the 1 to 2, maybe 4 people, Guy's been to all of them too. Guy got second. For those of you who don't know.
He beat me in the top 8 first round. Was such a good player. I also just had the worst hands I've had all day against him. But
well, so I know you don't know matchups since you just kind of started, but that deck is designed to beat your deck.
Oh, I assume so. I realize that any deck that runs multiple 1-drops is bad for me because it speeds up the game too much for me to set up my engines.
It does speed up the game too much, but that deck also plays Popcorn Penguin, which is a very big problem for you.
Yes, the Penguin. He's also on Coliseum, I believe. He's on a lot
Coliseum,
of stuff.
So that list plays Coliseum. It plays Caffeine, which taps you out of your purple resources, and then also Coliseum, which just completely messes you up. So that I would say Caffeine Coliseum will beat your deck like 90% of the time. It's a very bad matchup for you.
Yeah. I wasn't hurt. I'm just happy we split, you know?
I know. And I was surprised we split too.
I was shocked. I've been into so many split decisions. People have not split on way worse conditions for them. I thought a lot of you there had all of you good players had like easy matchups.
My matchup was very. I don't want to say it was easy because the guy played very well for somebody who was new to the game. But my deck, deck versus Bellyacre Coliseum, is a good matchup versus Caffeine Coliseum, which is what he was playing. And so I don't know if I told this story yet on stream, but I'll tell it now. I played him in like round like 4 or 5 or something.
Real sorry to interrupt.
Yeah.
I do gotta head out though. It
So
was
thank you
nice
so
talking.
much. Yes, thank you so much for being
If you
on.
ever need anything,
Congratulations.
just let me know though. Thank
Yeah,
you.
yeah, absolutely. Well, we're friends now, and if you ever need anything, you let me know.
Will do. See
All right,
you.
thanks, man. Bye.
Thank you. Bye.
See you, Benny.
And so anyway, so the guy, I think his name was Crony. He sits down like around 4 or 5, and he was like, "Oh no, I don't want to play against you." And I was like, "Why not?" And he was like, "Well, I watched all your content to prepare for this, so I'm assuming it's not going to end well for me." And I was like, "Oh, that is so sweet. I appreciate, like, that's the nicest thing ever. I really appreciate that." And then he was playing Caffeine Coliseum. I'm playing Bellyacre Coliseum, so I did win that match. And he was also my first opponent. He's going to be my first opponent in top 8. And whenever it got down to the split decision, I was like, I can't take money from this guy. He was so nice. He like completely made my day. I'll split with him. I'm not gonna just like be a jerk. I want these people to come back. Deuce
sure.
Deuce does not no split anymore. He believes that it's bad juju. He thinks that if you no split, you will lose automatically, which has been like a running case in Milwaukee. Random jobber, who was a very, very good player, was playing against me in the first round, and he no split, and that ended very poorly for him.
Oh, dang.
Yeah, and so so we all think it's like a curse at this point. But I am also surprised that it was split. What's up, Sneaker Dad? How are you? To catch up everybody who's kind of just joined us over the past like 15, 20 minutes, we were talking about some new players experience, or not new players, but people who started like last weekend but have TCG experience. One of them top 8'd, which is super impressive, and kind of how they prepared for the event. Josh, do you want to walk me through some of the ways that you prepared for these events?
Sure. Probably the biggest one, like I said, was just doing a lot of reps online. The advantage of that is just to have, more ability to play, because there's not a huge local scene here, so it's kind of hard to get someone who knows how to play and has the time to play in cardboard.
Yeah.
Obviously the disadvantage there is it reminds you of all of your triggers and how the stack works. So I did wind up doing a few reps with Benny and with the 2 guys I met the morning of the event, just to make sure that, okay, I remember, hey, like when this guy taps, this trigger happens. When this, because it is very intricate, especially the deck I'm running. There's so many triggers to remember in that thing. It's crazy. There was at least a minimum of 3 times, probably more like 5 times in the tournament where I missed a trigger, realized it too late, and I was like, all right, well, I'm in disadvantage now.
Yeah. Heaven forbid it's like a draw trigger or something like that, because you cannot afford to lose card selection or card advantage in that game. No. Benny figured it out pretty quickly. I was on game like 3 or 4 while practicing, and I looked back at like the first like 3 or 4 games that I ever played, and Suarez is the one who taught me how to play and got me into the game. I looked back at him and I'm like, "You want to lose 5 checks, don't you?" He's like, "Yep." I'm like, "Okay, cool. Yeah, like we got this figured out now." So most decks want to lose a vibe check and draw the cards, or at least control winning and drawing. So I think that's really good, and I definitely appreciate the recap. And it sounds like all 3 of us had very consistent experiences with kind of how the matchups went. So the first few rounds are kind of a gamble. You could get paired up against somebody who, because Guy and Deuce played in like the first or second round.
Oh wow!
Yeah, so that's super unfortunate for both of them. Whenever you have 25 other people that you'd rather be paired against, but the experience was virtually the same for everybody. It turned out to be mostly yellow decks in the very, very beginning, and then playing against some very real decks in later tournaments, which actually makes the meta a little bit more challenging to play for. So in the past events, I just expected it to be virtually all yellow, and then Deuce and I play each other in the finals, right? Which has happened in the past couple events. And it's not like that anymore. Like playing against multiple Coliseum decks I actually had a version of my deck. So I don't know how familiar you are with the Bellyaker list, but I'll show people what I was between, since we're talking about metas here. And let me move my camera over so I can actually show some deck stuff. So the
Hey, real quick, while you're
yes.
showing your deck, I am around the corner from my house. I'm actually going to jump off real quick and then boot up
Go
my
get settled.
computer.
Yeah,
We can actually get some gameplay in while we talk.
that's perfect. Love it.
All right, I'll be back in like 5 minutes.
Yeah, sure, sounds good. So for everybody who kind of saw this, this is the version, or like 90% of the version that I played in the event. It might be the exact version. How many? Yeah, 4. Yeah, I think it was this exact version. So this is what I played in the tournament, and it's very similar to what you guys have seen me play a million different times in various events. And the 4th Zoomer I really like. It did start to get a little top heavy. I might have to pick between the 4th Zoomer and Edema. I think that's too much at 6. It did feel a little clunky sometimes. My 3rd game against Deuce in the quarterfinals, or the semifinals, excuse me, I mulliganed away like all 4 and 5 drops, and then drew all 4 and 5 drops. And my hand was just way too slow to compete with him. And so that happens with this deck for sure. The deck that I was thinking about playing, I'm going to show you guys this one because I actually really like it. You increase a lot of your matches that are good with Popcorn because it takes out the cloud package and puts in popcorns. Do I have it built on this one? This thing? I'll build it now. Here. It's on my other account. So Popcorn Bellyaker. If you guys want to play this guy, it is. Where are we at? Popcorn. Oh, it is. I do have it right here. I just named it the exact same thing. That didn't actually copy over. There we are. So this is the Popcorn Bellyaker list. So it takes out Champion of the Clouds, and it takes out Little Extrovert, and it trims a couple of other things. It trims a 1-drop, and it adds Inspiring Story and Popcorn. Popcorn is wildly good against the purple deck. I actually think that this version increases your chance against the purple deck if you're trying to beat it. However, it decreases your chance against the Caffeine Coliseum list. And the reason for that is you lose your Little Extroverts to grow your Green Mega Penguin, which wouldn't be that bad if you had Champion of the Clouds, because Champion of the Clouds can then grow past their GMPs, but you don't get the opportunity to do that anymore. So Caffeine Coliseum is a very, very hard matchup for this list, but your purple matchup is better. I think your yellow matchup is already pretty good for the most part, but this version against yellow is considerably better than the other one. Like, I don't think that this deck could lose to yellow, or it shouldn't lose to yellow. So if you're looking for a list that you're willing to sacrifice the Caffeine Coliseum matchup, I think this is your best bet. I think this would also be a better one for Bunkus too, because you get Coliseum along with the popcorns as well. But that is the Popcorn Bellyaker list that I was considering playing. So there's that version as well. For DC, whatever we're talking about, what that meta is going to look like, we can first already put like a handful of people on whatever deck that they're playing. So I'm probably going to play some version of Bellyaker. I think that's pretty obvious. Deuce is going to play some assortment of 52 cards that includes 4 Bellyaker and some number of Peace Out with not enough spells to activate Peace Out, but he's going to have one every single time. I'm not salty about that at all. And then I do not think Tugs is going to be there. We know Caution's going to be there along with Mudman, so they'll be on some wacky stuff. Caution will probably be playing purple. Suarez is going to be there, so he's probably going to be playing Bizbunk. You're going to have the whole gambit of actual decks to beat, which I think is neat, that the tournament is going to be that varied or have that much variety in it. I think that's pretty awesome. And then there'll also be like 50% of the field that's yellow as well. So you'll need to be able to beat all of those things too. So all in all, I think it's going to be a really, really good, good tournament. And the meta will look very similar to Cincinnati as well. You're going to be there playing nothing. We're going to give you a day off at some point. One of these days, you won't have to travel for them. But I do love it. I'll play a game on the ladder with this one while we wait for Josh to come back. It's probably gonna take him a minute to get set up, but that way you guys can at least see what this looks like. I think this was because one of them's correct. Dude, I love hanging out with you too, man. That's like the highlight of my week. Dinner with Sneaker Dad, man. Sneaker Dad is like a banger whenever it comes to picking any sort of awesome restaurant. Like, he never misses. That guy absolutely slams them every single time. All right, so this hand sucks. We're going to put back everything except this inspiring story. I'm going to hope that I'm on some sort of popcorn plan with him. Yeah, popcorn plan. Okay, this is not a terrible hand. I'd like to have a one drop, but I don't. We'll go here. Sneaker Dad, 10 out of 10 dinner, would recommend. Agreed. Agreed. Oh, you guys can't see what I'm playing. I'm in the wrong screen. Ha! Why don't y'all tell me I'm on the wrong screen? I don't watch my stream. I do actually watch my stream. I had it up. Oh, there's Josh again. That was fast. What's up, man? I started a game because I didn't know how fast or how long it'd take you.
No worries. Let me know. I've got my mic and audio set up. Are you getting any echo on this?
No, you're good.
All right, sick.
No, I think you're good.
Pull up your stream. I'll watch your video.
Oh, yeah, go for it. Yeah. Yeah. And then we'll play a couple games. If you don't mind sharing the list, I will load the list on my stream as well, so that people can kind of see one of the things that you're working on. And then if there's a matchup that you want to play test, I'm happy to play the other side of it as well. I'm playing against Bizbunk, which is good. This matchup should be, I should win this one. We'll see, though. We shall see.
Send me your Twitch. Oh, there it is.
Chonkaroo. Chonker00.
Is there a story behind that?
Chonkaroo?
Yeah.
There's a story behind the Aru. So, this was like, gosh, 15 plus years ago. We were watching coverage of a vintage event, and I forget who the players were, but one of them was a Japanese player, and he, this guy, he turn one Jace the Mind Sculptor versus his opponent in vintage. And for those of you who don't know what Jace the Mind Sculptor is, it is a very powerful magic card that should not come out on turn one. And basically, it allows you to functionally control. It allows you to sneaky penguin your opponent. So you can look at their top card every turn and choose whether or not they draw that card or not. And that's one of its abilities. And then after you do that a handful of times, it literally takes away their whole deck. That's its ability. They lose their deck. So whenever you start doing that on turn one, very, very hard to come back from. And the Japanese player absolutely smashes the other player. And the guy, he's trying to be nice. He like leans into his opponent, and he's very limited English, and he just goes, "Jesaru, very powerful." And the guy's like, "Yeah, okay, whatever." And so we thought that was the funniest thing we'd ever heard. A, because of the way he said, he's like, "Jesaru." And then he also, the guy was just like so defeated. He was just like so upset. And so ever since then, we just started adding Aru to various things. So like whenever a card's coming out, we would just be like, Green Mega Penguin Aru. And I've got a bunch of WoW characters that are like Smasharoo, Chonkaroo, Buddyroo. And then whenever I started this game, I think I was playing my mage a lot, which is Chonkaroo, and I was like, oh, we'll just go with that one. And that's kind of how it happened. That is the whole lore
Nice.
behind my name. But
That's
yeah,
dope.
yeah. So I've told that story on here a couple of times, but that is. I don't like to Coliseum whenever they have two Penguin Who's okay because they like almost always get a Tina. However, he's one Tina into Ben, and if I can get one turn without him hitting a Tina, I should be okay. Do you know how to upload deck codes?
Someone was trying to explain it to me at one point.
Go to my decks and then click on the deck and click import or export, excuse me.
Right.
And it'll give you a code that you copy paste and I can just auto load it.
Sick.
Yeah.
Which one was it? It's testing. That's the one I was working on.
Yeah, it doesn't have to be like the exact list or anything, but we'll kind of walk through the cards. Yeah, there you go. Perfect. He's going hard. Although so the way that he's playing this right now, he is setting himself up very well for a future, present some pretty big problems for me. But he's pitched 2 of his Tinas so far, and he's losing his resources, which means whenever I do Coliseum next turn, he is going to only have 1 opportunity. Well, technically 3 because he's going to get the Penguin who's okay. He's going to get to be able to mill himself if he needs to, assuming he doesn't hit more Tinas here, which he very well could. No, he didn't. So 1 Tina, what? So he's got 2 Tinas, yeah. So I'm going to go... Oh, wait, 3, 6, 7. Oh, I was off on my count. I thought I was at 7 lands. How am I not? 3, 6... Did I mess my counting up? I guess I did. Huh. Okay. I guess he gets another turn. I'm a dummy.
Maybe I missed it. Why did he play the PhD this early in the game?
He needs purple.
Did he just need Pudge for something?
Yeah, I'm sure. That's not that uncommon with that deck. It's very limited on its Pudge.
Okay.
Yeah. Keep milling your Tinas, buddy. Keep milling your Tinas. That's off by a turn. I wasn't paying attention. I was talking.
You said you were going to go to DC?
I am going to DC, yeah. I was booked for DC before I was booked for Cincy.
Oh, nice.
Yeah. DC it's only about 4 hours from where I live. And there's a train directly from my town to like 10 minutes away from the convention center. So I don't even have to take a PTO day. I can just get on the train, work from the train, and then hang out.
Oh, that's dope.
Yeah.
Yeah, I really wanted to go to DC, but honestly, I don't think I'm going to be able to, which is a real bummer because I had such a good time in Cincy.
Yeah, it's a lot of fun. I think if you're going for like multiple events, the EV is just a whole lot better. Like if you have more opportunities to go. If there were 3 Vibes events on a weekend, I would go to every single one with no questions asked.
Oh, for sure.
It does get considerably more challenging whenever you have to. His Bunkus is going to outgrow my Coliseum. It's going to be rough. All right, go for it, buddy. Or outgrow my GMP. He gets a couple of options. Let's see who he mills. Him. Oh, we got a what trigger off of it. That what's gonna really mess him up. Because even if he has a Tina on top, the what's gonna hit it. Oh, we got 3 cards out of it. So he's got 2 chances to get a Tina now. Oh. His
How many
Bunkus
purple megas has he iced?
2, I believe.
Okay.
No
yeah,
more purple mega for him. However, this Bunkus is going to present a problem. I'm going to have to hit a Bellyacre and or a Zoomer in order to deal with it. Although he could, in theory, just deck himself. He's got 25 cards left. He's going to keep going hard with the Penguin who's okay. But he will get another turn before me, which is unfortunate.
Do you run removal, or is it just the little speedy or
Zoomer's
zoomer
the
that
only-
you have for bouncing?
Yeah. So most of these decks don't play any removal. There's a couple of versions that play lasagna. I think that that's trash. And Deuce has won the last three. Maybe he knows something I don't know. But he is literally the luckiest person I've ever seen play this game in my life. Like in our Swiss rounds, I was smashing him, and I had a Coliseum out, and his only out is to destroy my Coliseum. And I didn't know it at the time, but he hit a leaning tower, and it was literally his only out to hit. And he had one turn to do it. And sure enough, leaning tower. And he plays 3 Peace Out Penguins with 4 ways to activate it, which is just ludicrous in terms of mathematics. Like just whenever you're actually talking about like how to like win and play and progress in a game. And our game 1 in top 8, he blew me out with a Peace Out Penguin. He had Peace Out Penguin, Popcorn Penguin, so I had to act. Otherwise, his Popcorn was going to eat my team if he had an inspiring story, which I just assume he did. And he blew me out with the last card in his hand being a lasagna, which I had to pick between it being a lasagna to blow me out or an inspiring story. So either way, it was just very, very rough for me. 2, 4, 5. So I can play Bellyacre if I hit, but I cannot play a Zoomer. Just Popcorn. Popcorn doesn't really do a whole lot. It does. It takes him off some stuff. I'll play that. Oh, there's my Zoomer. It's okay. So we'll go here. I'm never going to outgrow this Bunkus, but if I can keep him off permanents, then I should be all right. Because he'll keep winning, but he'll run out of cards at some point. And I've only got I got 2 Zoomers left, I think, because there's one in the rods. I think this place I might only have 1 more. He was smart to play that Bunkus out early. It definitely hurt me. Let's see here. There's
How many
one
Bellyacres do you have left?
4. I haven't hit one yet.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Yeah, I got 28 cards left. Haven't hit a Bellyacre.
Yikes. That happened to the guy I loaned my Bellyacre deck to. His first 3 games, he said, I won all 3 games, but I never saw Bellyacre.
Yeah, you can't. You don't. Oh, okay. He just conceded. All right. I guess he drew all of his guys. I don't know. How many cards did he have left in his deck? 12. Yeah. So if he drew all of his team, does he need to have a way to get rid of this? It'd be hard for him to get up to 12 permanents or up to 15 permanents before he decked. So yeah, cool. All right, let's load up your stuff. Oh, where's my lobby? There we go. All right, so that game was a little bit less interactive than I would have liked, but we are going to import a deck, and it's going to be this guy. So this is what Josh was playing, and again, you guys know that I always try to shout out like cool variants and cool deck list, and I really like Red Mega Penguin as a card, and Josh destroyed me with it in one game. So where are we at here? It's called testing.
Yeah, I think it was yellow was on the cover.
Yep. We got a Vata Twist. All right, so I'm going to let you kind of go through each of the cards, and I'm going to run to the restroom really quickly. And so I'm going to mute here and then on the other thing. But yeah, if you want to kind of talk people through the deck and what it does, I'll be right back.
Yeah, for sure. So yeah, this deck was kind of built around the idea of Ruby Storm. For those who are familiar with the concept in Magic, the idea is you just kind of hold your resources, and then when the time is right, you play 16 cards in a turn or something crazy. And then there's cards that in Magic say Storm, which is where whenever you've played a spell before it, copy the spell for that amount. Obviously, there's not a card that necessarily does that. The only card that's pseudo-related is What a Twist, which requires you to have played 3 actions before it. And so kind of the storm off point is to play that. But this deck has essentially 2 main win cons, and then there's a few other routes that you can go. So we'll just start from the biggest cards in the deck. The cards that make this deck function are Little Hoops. That's your card draw engine. You want to get that out with at least 2 red pudge from other penguins available, and then you either play Trustfall or Bearish Sentiment on it, and so that allows you to draw a card. You draw another card, but then your little hoops stay because it's either lost its ability or it's not able to be iced. And so that's your engine to get the different game pieces you need in order to storm off. Like he was saying, Red Mega Penguin is the kind of the secondary storm option, just because any of your targeting, you can target your Red Mega to double up on the draw as well. That one's only if the game goes long. It's actually one of the. It's kind of funny. It's the only mythic in this deck, but it's kind of one of the weaker cards in this deck, just because you have to sack a penguin to do it. In the game he was referring to earlier, the reason why it saved me is because I had a little hoops was out. He played Popcorn Penguin. My hoops was going to get iced, and so I just played Red Mega Penguin and sacked the hoops, and so his popcorn wound up icing itself. But yeah, so those two are the draw engines, and then the payoffs for the draw engine are Little Detective. It just gets bigger the more you draw, and so you want to draw a lot. And then that's kind of the win con is getting that big, but then the secondary win con is a little bit more sneaky. So when you do storm off and get to the point where you can play Drop of Attention for 4, the idea is by that time you've played multiple Trust Falls on your little hoops or on your Insomniac Penguin, making it so they can't be iced. You'll also see that there's a potion commotion in there. And so the idea is you want to storm off on a turn where your opponent has more permanents that are going to be iced than you. You just want to get more benefit. Same concept as the yellow Yum Yum deck. You just want to be able to do, just be able to pull ahead faster. And so the idea is you storm off during the turn that you're storming off. You're doubling your draws. You're getting like 10 cards in hand, and then your last play is to ice everything. Hopefully your opponent, it ices their entire board, and you still keep 2 or 3 permanents. And then next turn, you just have a bunch of cards in hand, and you can continue your game plan.
Yeah, so it just keeps cantripping, where you just keep drawing cards whenever you play your cards.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And so that's the main function of the deck. Bamboo Penguin is there just for cheap pudge. Peace Out Penguin is just to slow the game down. Lasagna is in there, just there if you have something you need to get rid of. There's 4 copies of Simon, just because this deck absolutely folds to Colosseum. It does nothing against Colosseum, and so as many Simons as I could smash in there. I actually considered putting in a Tina at one point, but you just need so much red pudge to storm off that Simon was like, all right, we're just going to stick to that.
So is there a way that Lil Hoops can do anything other than, can you get value out of it more than just its 1 card draw?
Yeah, you might have been gone when I was telling him about it, but that's the main...
I did hear I'm sorry, what?
No, sorry, go ahead. Say what you're going to say.
I heard the part about you Red Mega penguining it to kill my popcorn, but I don't remember anything else.
Yeah, no, so it was while you were gone. But so you play Lil Hoops, right? You draw 1 card from that, so it's just a 1-for-1. But then if you play Bearish Sentiment on it, it loses its ability. You draw a card and you keep it for next turn. And so you're actually getting 3 cards off of that. And then Trustfall, if its vibe drops below 0, it can't be iced. So both of those cards are in the deck. Not only do both of those double on Red Mega, but they also keep Little Hoops around an extra turn. So you're constant card advantage.
All right, so yeah, another way to just have card advantage.
Exactly.
But yeah, I thought this was a super neat idea. I don't know if you know this or not. Do you know who Spencer is?
That name sounds familiar. Is that his actual name or his?
Yeah, it's both. Both his. I think it's his actual name. It's his Twitter handle, and he is part of the Orange Cap team. He is actually the creator of this game, and
that's Spencer. Yeah, totally. Yeah. I know him. I thought you were talking about like a player.
No, this is his penguin, Red Mega Penguin.
Oh, very cool. I did not know that.
Yep, that's him. That is Spencer.
Yeah, that penguin has kind of been like one of my pet cards for a long time. A lot of people do kind of what you did. It's like, I've never seen that played. But I really like, you haven't played Magic recently, so you're probably not familiar, but there's a card called Ivy Gleeful Spell Thief. And it's whenever any creature is targeted, you can copy that targeted spell onto Ivy.
That's pretty good.
I love that card. I played that card in Standard all the time. And so this was just that in Vibes, and I was like, oh, I got to play this.
Okay. That's awesome. Yeah, do you want to give it a couple goes?
Yeah, let's do it.
Okay, so is there a deck that you want to play test against, or something that you're kind of curious to see how the matchup goes?
I think I've play tested against all the meta decks that I can think of. I mean, kind of the tech cards that I substituted in before the 10K were just stuff to survive against either Popcorn or Coliseum, because those are kind of my two biggest weaknesses. But yeah, I mean, if you just want to pick something,
I will
give it
pick
a shot.
something. I will
Alright,
pick
I'm gonna
something.
shrink your window so I don't
That's fine.
stream snipe you.
No, you're good. You're good. Well, so we'll play a friend, and then we'll just use the code 001. But yeah, we'll get to see some red Mega Penguin action. I like it. No pun intended, since it is an action card. There you go.
Yeah,
Keeping it
initially
casual.
the deck, the design of this that I came up with initially, it was 4 red megas because it was the main draw engine, but Little Hoo Hoops just does it sooner.
Okay.
And so I wound up shifting into that one for this build.
Yeah, and that's one thing that I don't know that the audience necessarily takes into consideration whenever they're deck building. So the Vibes team is specifically keeping card advantage to a minimum. And if you have not played a lot of TCGs before, you can just, all right, here, that's fine. Yeah, I'll go there. If you haven't played TCGs before, they most of them have mini draw mechanics, so ways to cycle through your deck and draw as many cards as you can. That doesn't exist in Vibes. Most of the cards that say draw a card on it are generally not that good. And it's because they intentionally don't want them to be overplayed. And they don't want just like grindy decks that cycle through their entire deck. And so this is one of the few decks, the deck that Josh is playing is one of the few decks that actually has it has like an engine that can net cards. So most things are a 1-for-1 in this game, and this game, the combination of cards that you're playing allow you to actually get multiple 2-for-1s or multiple extra draws.
Yeah, it's actually kind of funny that you say that, because building decks like that do like just the weird combos where you draw your entire deck, like that is my jam. Have you played Slay the Spire at all?
Slay the Spire?
Yeah.
Is that a
It's like
magic card?
No, it's its own game. It's a deck builder.
Oh yeah, no, I kind of go all in on a game. Like I started playing Magic when I was 12, and I just turned 39. So you can do the math on that one. So I played Magic for a very long time. Played very, very competitively, and I got to meet a lot of the Star City guys while I was playing in their Open Series at the time. And I had just finished college, couldn't find a job, and some of the Star City guys were like, "Well, we need somebody with your card experience." And I went to SCG Boston, and they told me to apply for a job. I sent them a resume like the following Monday, drove down for an interview on like that Wednesday, and started like the next Monday. So it was,
wow, that's awesome, dude.
Yeah, very, very quick turnaround. Worked at Star City for about 6 years, and then just kind of got burnt out on cards and stuff in general. So that is my whole. But fortunately, I still have all the friends. I still live in Roanoke. I absolutely love it. It is an amazing place to live, and you get the mountains. I absolutely love the mountains. If you guys follow me on Twitter, I posted a picture just from our airport, and it's just all Blue Ridge Mountains. It's beautiful. That's a very small detective. Look at him. He's trying to figure out who ate that gingerbread house.
Oh wait.
I don't know. Yeah, that lasagna is useless right now. You got nothing. You cannot lasagna a single thing on my board.
If you actually watch the 1K in Atlanta, Tug's lasagna is an illegal target during one of our games.
Does he?
Yeah.
I'm sure that was an accident. He would
And I
never.
mean, I was so new to the game. I was like, oh yeah, it kills something. That makes sense, or ices or whatever.
All right, we're gonna try to hit a Waddlesworth. Oh, we got a pot
Do
stir.
it.
It's okay. Ugh, that's all right.
But yeah, the only reason I even brought up Slay the Spire is because it's a deck building game, and so you kind of build the deck as you play the game.
Yeah.
But the build I always go for in that deck is the crazy, like, draw your entire deck and play it, and then draw it again and play it. And that's definitely my jam when it comes to different card games.
Have you heard of a game called Ascension?
Yes, I love Ascension.
Yeah. So Ascension, that like what you're saying, kind of sounds like Ascension to me.
Exactly.
Yeah,
Exactly.
yeah. It's
Like,
very similar to a deck building game, and you try to accumulate crystals or whatever, and there's some end goal that you're trying to hit.
yeah.
Or
And so
you
that
got
was
some
kind
lasagna
of
targets
my.
now.
Sorry.
I said you have some lasagna targets now.
That is true. You're not wrong.
You do have all of the lasagna targets at this point. Boop.
Definitely not wrong. I don't know. Given I have this though, I'm just gonna hold off on that.
All
So I'm
right,
curious.
that's
I don't know from the other end. So obviously you know that I was playing lasagna because I have the pudge. Does it show you before, or
No.
did you just know because you know that I had a red and a purple and I was clearly playing an action?
You had a red and a purple, and then you said, "Oh, whoops," and I said, "Ha, that was a lasagna."
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm always curious about that because I'll play something and then think about it and then hit cancel. But sometimes the way my opponent reacts, I'm like, so did they know just because of intuition or because they know the game, or did they know because it like shows them and
Oh
then
no,
shows
that
the
was
take
just
back?
intuition.
Okay, nice.
Yeah. So no, that was not that. I will tell you, whenever be careful whenever you're like playing a card and trying to take it back. So one of the issues, the game that I just played where the guy conceded,
Mhm.
he messaged in Discord and said that Coliseum bugged, and there is a bug with Coliseum where if you have a card on top of your deck and you go to play it and then you cancel it, it turns the card face down, and so you can't play anything. And
Interesting.
yeah. So be careful. He said that's what got him, and that's actually why he lost, because it had that bug. But I believe that is the actual issue. So if you're playing Coliseum and you take the card off the top of your deck, you cannot put it back until you if you're not going to play it and then it does reset once you draw another card. It will turn face up. But if you take it off your deck and turn it face down, or and put it back, it will turn face down. You can't play it. There's that trust fall getting you that card advantage.
Yes,
Oh.
sir.
I love it.
Card advantage, little detective on board.
Mm.
That's
Well,
the game plan right there.
I'm about to get my card advantage by losing this 5 check. You might get my Waddles deck. Dude, we had Erie on stream yesterday. Do you know who Erie is?
Yeah.
Oh my god, I love Erie so much. He's such an amazing human being, and he was on stream yesterday. But all like the super fun decks that I get, they all come from Erie. Like he's the master of building fun decks.
Yeah, he was actually the guy. He was doing the rock paper scissors deck.
Yep, that's Erie.
At Worlds, and it was crazy. So he was trying to get one more. I think he was looking for a foil scissors because he was trying to get foil out his whole set.
Oh yeah.
And I told him, I was like, I don't have a foil scissors, but I'll open some packs if you want. And if I get any of them, I'll give them to you. And so I opened a pack there, and I wound up opening a foil etched Be a Little Evil.
Oh, the sketch.
Yeah,
That's sick. I love it. I love it.
Like, dude, that's
that good
awesome.
karma. Yeah.
Just literally on accidentally got it because I was trying to help someone else out.
Oh,
And
man.
I just got it back from PSA. Actually, it got a 10, so I was like, "Oh, sick! That is so cool to look
Dude,
at." So
I've got a PSA order that I've been waiting on for. I submitted it in like March, and it's like, yeah, it'll be ready in whatchamacallit, June or July, and I'm like, that's so insane. They take so long to do cards these days. I will shout out Dilly if you guys haven't. Do you know what Dilly is?
Oh yeah, use it all the time.
Yeah. So I am a big fan of Dilly right now, and I set a bunch of stuff there, and I'm trying their tag grading out right now because it's much cheaper, and I also trust it more. I swear, you've drawn like 9 cards off this little hoops.
Yeah. It do be hooping.
He do indeed be hooping. Trying to figure out where all that stuff went. No, there it is. Oh, you got another trust fall off them. It's like they're growing.
Yeah,
They're
that's the idea. Is
growing.
you just get once you get the engine online, you're just growing the pieces to get the rest of the engine, and then you just keep cycling through. Like right now, given that you're in yellow, I'm worried about a board wipe, and I'm worried about not your keys on my detective. But honestly, a board wipe would hurt you more than it hurts me right now because 3 of my things can't get iced.
Yeah, you have so much stuff in your hand right now.
Yeah. Do I want to keep going? Nah, we'll stop there. Shouldn't be too greedy.
No, be greedy. It's okay. Don't mind me.
Yeah,
I'm
the
just
other
sitting
thing that's
here.
really nice about this deck is Little Detective. It gets Little Detective big so fast that a lot of times Lasagna can't touch it, which is
Yeah,
awesome.
that is
Ooh,
very
how do I
true.
want to do this? So the problem with this deck, sequencing is very important, and I get a lot of analysis paralysis.
Yes, yeah, you got to be careful on that. Look at that. Look at that red mega penguin. It's so mega.
All right, now I'm really worried about a board wipe. So let's start the shenanigans, shall we?
All right, once you shenan, if you shenan once, you're gonna shenan again.
Put that on a t-shirt.
I think I read it on a T-shirt. I didn't come up with that one. I'm not that clever, unfortunately.
All right, let's see. We're gonna do.
If you think I'm going to talk, you have to listen to me. The longer you think, the more I talk. I'm trying to find how much longer I have on this tag grading from Dilly. I am very. Oh, you got 2 trust falls going on here.
It's a 1, and then copied against Red Mega.
Oh, okay, yeah. I just looked. I was looking over to see. I can't. No, I don't want to do that. Whoops. I think now's a good time to do this. I think I have to do this now before you can get rid of my penguin that doesn't mind goodbyes.
Yep, that's a smart play.
Yeah. This way, at least we kind of both reset with a bunch of cards. And the trust fall is going to stop this red mega from going too, right?
No, it's only if it's vibe at 0.
Oh, okay. So, but
it only works if you hit on a smaller penguin, unfortunately.
Okay.
There is a very niche interaction with this deck that I do love. If you have the Red Mega and Peace Out, you can sometimes draw 2 Trust Falls, and if you can hit your Peace Out with 2 of those Trust Falls, you can ice 2 of your opponent's things and you keep your Peace Out.
Oh, jeez.
Yeah. When that happens, like I said, the odds of it happening are so low that the deck's not like great, but when it does happen, you're just like, what?
Yeah, that's
so
insane.
Crazy.
Why did that get iced? I thought you trust falled it.
I did. That was weird.
Does it only have? Is it only prevented from happening like once?
Yeah, but it's once, but it's just the turn it activated, but it should have.
Well, I'm saying that technically would have died twice then. Does Trust Fall only stop? No, it just can't be ice this cycle.
Yeah.
Huh. I don't know. Maybe we found a bug.
Maybe.
Maybe we found a
is your
bug.
stream recorded anywhere?
Yeah, it's recorded. Everything's recorded that we're doing. We'll get to watch it later.
I'll double check to make sure I didn't sequence that incorrectly, and if so, I can.
Well, you had a
send it
backup,
in Orange Cap.
so you're all right.
Sick.
You had an extra hoops.
Well, no, I drew it. That was the deck right there.
There you go. Oh, then you jerk. Drawing your extra hoops. Although I feel like you've drawn a million trust falls, although you're through over half your deck at this point. So that's only fair. You've drawn 3 trust falls. And then plus whatever else in your hand. 3, 6, 7, 8 cards in your hand. You just like to have cards in your hand at this point.
Oh, yeah.
Oh,
Definitely.
so you got multiple ways. This little hoops is never going anywhere.
Yeah, I'm not going to win, though. I mean, you're already at 14, and I can't top you, so it's game. But at this point, I'm just having fun.
Oh, you can't like take out one of my guys?
Nah, there's nothing I can do right now.
Oh,
I only run one lasagna in this deck.
Only a single lasagna, just one?
Yep, just the one.
Oh wow. Okay. Yeah. Well, you can draw as many cards as you want now. Yeah. Yum Yum's rough for everybody. Excuse me.
Yeah, I was trying to get if I had gotten one more. Oh, what else did I need? I needed one more Trustful or hold up, let me look at my ice bucket real quick. Yeah, I think I need one more Trustfall is what I was shooting for, because then I was gonna actually border wipe myself before you dropped the Penguin Who Doesn't Mind Saying Goodbye, but I couldn't get the last piece.
Yeah, that'll get you every time.
Let's see. Is there any other fun stuff we can do?
Yeah, we got time for like 1 or 2 more games. People hanging out here. Is there anything that you guys want to see? 2, 3, 4. Any decks you guys want to see tested, see played? But definitely super happy to have the Cincinnati recap. I think that you and Benny did an amazing job at kind of explaining the exactly kind of how it works out for most players. Like they go to play Magic and then they end up, show me your tatas. Maybe on the next stream, maybe with Schiller, we'll do that. We'll see. But yeah, I think that definitely happens a lot with people where we end up in an environment where you're trying to go play Magic and you kind of fall into another card game. And the number of people that do that, but then end up with like sticking around with Vibes is absolutely insane. To me, so I think that's awesome that it happened with your crew, and we want to keep growing the game as best we can, for sure.
Absolutely. Yeah, it's kind of funny because even when you were saying that you haven't played Magic in, what'd you say, 15 years?
10
years. Yeah, like Vibes reminds me of Magic from like 2002, like before the breakneck speed of standard and crazy combos, back when it was kind of a war of attrition. Like that's what Vibes remind me of, and I like that type of Magic, so that's a part of the reason I really like Vibes so much.
So it's interesting that you say that, because that is a lot of the game designers, and not next week but the week after next, I'm actually going to have Mark, who is one of the game designers, on the stream, and we're going to talk about what their design process looks like, what they kind of expected after set 1 and what they got, what they kind of expected after set 2 and what they got, and then hopefully we'll get some insight into kind of what set 3 is going to look like as well. They won't give away too much information on set 3, but I think it'll be really interesting to hear about what they intended like the decks that they knew we were going to find, and the decks that we didn't necessarily find, are going to be pretty interesting to see. Mark and the team have hinted that there's a very powerful deck that they thought was going to do really well, and we've got a couple of cards out of them at various points, and all of the cards that they tell me die to popcorn, and I'm like, what do you do against a popcorn penguin? And they're like, well, all decks have a weakness. And I'm like, that's a pretty big one. Like that.
Yeah,
that
popcorn's pretty prominent.
Popcorn's played a lot, man. If you can't pass the popcorn check. So I'm also kind of curious, like how good they think certain decks are, and they think would kind of define a meta. And I vehemently disagree. Like I don't know what they're talking about, but all the cards they're talking about have a vibe that is less than or equal to popcorn, which is not where you want to be in this format.
No,
so I am
definitely not. That sounds very painful.
It's very dangerous for sure. Definitely dangerous. Go like this.
Okay, you over here on Fishsicles. Interesting.
I'm a Fishsicle deck. So Erie and I played this deck last night, and I think that this is the most fun thing on the planet. And I absolutely love every time Erie's involved in anything, because it is it's gonna be fun.
Yeah, he's very creative.
He's wildly creative. He has a very good memory on like random ass cards. We spoiled a couple cards on the stream last night, and he was like, "Oh man, that's perfect for the blah blah blah," and I'm like, "I don't even know what you just said. Like I don't even know what card you're talking about." And he was like, "It's this two drop common from Legends of the Lils." And I'm like, "Yeah, I mean, cool. I'm glad you remembered that." But I also think that's what makes an amazing. Is this like a one of each wizard deck, the pudgy deck?
Yeah, this is a meme deck.
I love it. I love it.
The what is it? Wizard cap that doubles the pudge, and so it's just as much color fixing and pudge doubling as possible, and then a bunch of the quote unquote good spells in the game.
I love it. So, and this is the type of stuff that I think people would rather see on stream. Like, how many times? Good morning, Ellsworth. How are you? How many times have people actually seen like a Coliseum versus Coliseum matchup? A million. Like I can find you at least 100 videos of just me playing that, and no one's seen Lil Skydiver versus Wizards, and I would much rather play this for an hour and have people hang out and chat and BS than try to do something super serious. Oh my God, you are so done. What's this? Wait, how many do I need? 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16. Let's say 2 Fishsicles.
Vibes a little. It's a vibes a little.
Crushed.
Nice. All right. Well, let's see what I can do against that.
You got a wizard. Caution Fun would love this deck. He is all about some wizards.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Do you know Caution?
I'm pretty sure I've purchased from him before. I don't know if I've met him in person though.
He was at Worlds. He's very quiet, but he collects
Really?
wizards. Yeah.
Well, I'd probably recognize a picture of him then.
Yeah. He's very big in the crypto community. He's crazy smart. Do not ask him anything about crypto unless you have like 4 hours. I asked him a very simple question. I was talking about like the NFT space, and I was thinking about it, and I asked him, I was like, what's stopping somebody from just creating NFTs? And this is 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. I was like, what's stopping somebody from just creating like an NFT thing? And then for the next 3 hours, he just wrote. And I was like, I can't even read everything that you're writing. Like, I can't. Oh my gosh, if he whiz caps and Lucas, that would be so funny. Oh my gosh.
Would you believe if I told you?
Hey, hold my beer. check out the wizard cap.
No cap. I do have the Luca though. That's what I was trying to build to. I think this is just
1,
game.
2, 3, 4. Oh, you need one more green source for Luca.
Yeah. Let's see. Can I do anything right now? Not really, because my stuff's about to get bounced. So let's just have some fun with it.
You're gonna prepare for a wild night. I love it.
It's always
Prepare for a wild
wild with the
night.
wizard, baby.
That's another. So a lot of people. I don't know that they're valuing yellow spells as much as they probably should in the next set. So yellow right now is only kept in check because a lot of the penguins are mediocre. But whenever you start to actually go back and look at all of the yellow cards, like we spoiled a card last night. I don't know if you saw it. It's 2 fish for 2 vibe yellow. Whenever it comes into play, you can reveal a rod, and if it's a yellow penguin or a yellow character, put it in your hand. So it allows you to get back some of your stuff, and it is absolutely bonkers in my opinion. And as they start to print more yellow stuff, because Prepare for a Wild Night and Check the Yellow pages are the very few air quote draw spells that exist in this game.
Yeah.
And so it's going to be
One quick question. So I just did Prepare for a Wild Night and revealed one of the cards. Can you still see that card in my hand?
No, it doesn't. That's actually one of my issues with Prepare for a Wild Night, because it does it very, very fast. Like I saw, I think a lasagna, wizard cap, 2 yellow penguins, and I don't remember what the last card was.
It was another Prepared for a Wild Night. Okay, I was just curious.
Yeah, it doesn't show you that.
I know in Arena it'll give you that preview, but I wasn't sure if this had the same kind of thing built in.
So it does on some stuff. So if I like zoomer a Peace Out Penguin, it'll show I had this happen earlier today. I zoomered a Peace Out Penguin. The guy had 2 cards in hand. And whenever it came into his turn, he played a Peace Out Penguin, but it was not the same one that I zoomered, because it still showed the Peace Out Penguin in his hand.
That's funny.
Yeah. So
I have to keep that in mind if I get something bounced to make sure I'm playing the same one.
Oh, we're in spells. Okay, I was like, I thought I won. Yeah. Yeah. So honestly, definitely keep that in mind.
Honestly, I feel like people are undervaluing green too. Like both of the starter decks, like Luca, phenomenal card. Everyone knows that. But Be a Little Evil is one of the most broken 2-cost actions in the game.
So it goes back to the ability to have the pudge to play them. And so like what you saw, like the deck that you're playing right now looks super fun, but it doesn't pass the popcorn check, right?
Yeah, exactly.
Like, it just get eaten alive by a popcorn penguin. And the spells are wildly powerful. I think they're more powerful than a lot of the red, purple, and blue spells or actions that exist in the game.
There's just not enough penguins to support it.
Correct.
That are, like, able to survive. Yeah.
Which tells me they're going to get a lot better over time. Like Luca Saves the Penguins is an okay card now. It's going to be absolutely nuts in future sets.
Oh, for sure.
Yeah. So
I actually think that there's a world, that penguin, where you can play it as if it's an action.
Pengu?
Yeah. Kind of like surprise. I'm at 13. Oh, I just win.
Yep.
Like there's a world where Luca becomes the anti that, because it's the only way to counteract it if you find yourself in that weird like situation. Yeah.
Well, so Luca is currently the Pengu. So you can be at 13 on green and steal a penguin for the win.
Exactly. So imagine you're on 12. You steal 1, play 1 during the action. It's like, what's your opponent going to do?
Yeah, because they're different resource types too. So it's fish versus pudge.
Exactly.
Yeah, so you're not even like competing for resources on that one. But Josh, it has been an absolute pleasure. Thank you so much for everybody. I do kind of want to plug his stuff again. So it's BG Gamer. If you go to X, where I tweeted for this stream, I did share all of his YouTube, his Twitch, and then his website as well, where you can look at that deck rental. I think that that's awesome for the community, and I really hope that people take advantage of it. But Josh, do you have any last minute stuff? Anything else you want to talk about?
No, not really. I just want as many people to play this game as possible.
Yeah, it is a great game. Better. and I think like you can kind of speak to this as well. One of the things that I have that I really appreciate, and keep in mind, I played Magic 10 years ago, right? And in my heyday in Magic, everyone was they always had their pitchfork out, and they were always looking for like the next person to put on the cross, and it was wildly toxic. Like people would get canceled left and right for the wildest things imaginable. And yeah, I have a. Do you know Ali Antrazi?
Does not ring a bell.
He's very big in Riftbound right now. He was a very good Magic player. Well, still is a very, very good Magic player. But a very big supporter of the LGBT community. And he got like canceled for mistaking someone's basically like a transgender person, kind of like mistaking their like them during transition, and it like blew up and became this huge thing. And he is like the most like LGBT friendly person that I've ever met in my life. He was like one of the first people that I came out to in life, and you know, like the fact that that is a possibility in that community where you have somebody who's such a strong ally, and like everyone's just ready to fight all the time. You know, I don't feel that way in Vibes. Like I feel like Vibes is a very safe community. We can have fun, we can joke, we can kind of hang out, and you know, I can't say enough good things about our community. Like I want everyone to be treated with respect, and I think that we do that. But I also don't think that everyone's just constantly looking for a fight in Vibes. And in Magic, is it still like that?
It can be. It depends on what circles you're in. Like, there's smaller communities. Before the 10K, I was in a Value Vintage event, super tight community there, and it was great. But yeah, there's definitely some communities that are very heavy sweats. Like, just show up to events, don't want to even interact or talk with you, just stare you down. And it's like, okay, man, like this is still a game. We can have fun. I know we're competing for prizes and stuff, but like, it's okay. Relax.
Yeah. Absolutely. It absolutely is.
It was actually funny. I met a guy after the 10K. I was talking with him, and he was kind of similar situation to you. He got out of Magic, but he picked up Vibes recently. He's like I can't play Magic because if I win, I'm happy, and if I lose, I'm mad. But with Vibes, if I win, I'm happy. If I lose, I'm still happy. And I'm like, that kind of sums it up, right? Like, you can lose a game of Vibes and still have a good time. Like, you're just playing a game with little penguin dudes. Like, you're having fun with people. The community's great.
Yeah, it's a lot less cutthroat than what like Magic is or can be in general. And I forgot. I don't remember the circumstances or the tournament or whatever. All I remember, it was really big on social media, and this is more than 5 years ago. So take it for what it's worth. But the Magic community was blowing up social media, very mad. And something had happened with the tournament organizer, and everyone's talking about how terrible it is and how unforgivable, and they can't believe that Magic would let these people run a tournament. And none of them left the tournament. They just all stayed, played. And I'm like, you guys are like outraged on social media right now, but you're not doing the only action that you have power to do, which is leave the venue and stop playing. And everyone else, they're just complaining. And I think that sums up Magic a lot too, where they're really just looking for like I said, the next, like, they got their pitchfork out and the next problem to have, and it's not about like just being a fun community who want to play a game and enjoy themselves. So I can't say enough good things about the Vibes community and their ability to not be like that. One thing that I do want to make sure that I bring up again before we get off, and I talked about this before earlier on the stream, but for anybody that wasn't here before, and I can't say enough stuff about this, and this is all Josh right here. So again, I want to give him full credit for this, but there is a JOT form, which if you guys have never filled out a JOT form, it is a legitimate website. I actually use it professionally on a daily basis. And it asks for your name, your email, and a signature. And what you're signing is getting Vibes on TCG Player. And so Josh did say that he spoke with the TCG player people earlier, and they said, like, if you get 100 people, like we don't really care, but if you get 1,000 people, we care a lot, right? And they want to make sure that there's enough players to support putting vibes on TCG Player. If you don't know what TCG Player is the largest secondary. I will share it. Josh, can you drop that link in my chat while we're doing that? Thanks. So if you don't know what TCG Player is, it is the largest secondary market outside of it. I think it's owned by eBay, or eBay owns TCG Player, like one of the two at this point. But basically, it is a way that you can go put your Vibes cards online for sale, or buy cards that are for sale online. And it's only TCGs that are on this. And if we get Vibes on TCG Player, it will help establish a secondary market. So right now, the only place to really buy and sell Vibes cards are the Discord or eBay and Dilly. And those are all incredible resources, but putting it on TCG Player and allowing easier access to buy and sell this stuff would be huge. TCG Player has metrics that they want all card games to be able to hit before they basically say, like, hey, you're big enough to be on our platform. And Vibes has easily surpassed all of these metrics, but they kind of keep moving the target and dragging their feet in various ways. And so there's been a handful of community members, including myself and now Josh, that are trying to get TCG Player to put Vibes on it. So please, if you are willing to sign this petition and put your information out there. I know that crypto people are weird about putting their information, email and stuff. So Josh, can you speak a little bit to kind of who's getting this information and where it's going?
Yeah, so my contact is a guy that works for the Growth Acceleration Program at TCG. I've worked with him for about a year and a half now. And so it's not going to some like rando guy or whatever, like it's all just going to be sent into him. And he has direct contacts with the company. He's been working with the company since like before they even moved to Kentucky, back when they were in Syracuse. He's been there for, I want to say 9 years or something. Very well established, and he even agrees with me. Like he wants Vibes to be on TCG Player. It's just now that the company is no longer private, now that it's owned by eBay, the executives at eBay essentially need, hey, we need X number of people to be interested in this. Otherwise, it's not worth us to hire the people to add the code and sort the cards and keep track of all this stuff. And so he just needs leverage to be able to get his higher ups to say, hey, this is worth putting on our website. I will say too, adding to what you just said about TCG Player, a lot of people don't know this, but they do have international options now. You can be a seller and send packages internationally. So for people who are literally around the world trying to get access, like signing this petition and getting it on TCG Player can get you access to cards. Which
that's a great point, and we need to share this with there's a large international group of people that play. Russia has a whole bunch of players. The Philippines have a whole bunch of players. And European, there's a bunch of Italian players, European players in general. So definitely all awesome resources. The one question that I did want. So did you create the JOT form and you're getting all the information?
Yeah, I created the JOT form, and then it's just going into a file that's getting sent over to TCG Player.
Okay, so I don't know how much. So there is a large overlap with the crypto community and the Vibes community. And the crypto community people, I'm sorry, I'm going to say this to all of you right now on camera, and you can hang me for it later. They are weird as hell about sharing personal information. And so I want to make sure that anything that I'm touting, it will protect their information. So the only people who are going to see their name and email is just going to be you and this TCG Player connection, right?
You got it. And
you won't even know who they are, right? So like if John Smith signs it with John Smith's email, you don't know that John Smith is also Sneaker Dad. It's not, but if I'm saying that, like, you don't know, you can't make that connection between who that is and who their in-game name is. Is that correct?
I have no clue.
Well, I'm just saying, like, there's no
disclosure. I'm not super technology savvy to begin with, so.
Yeah, but it's not on the form. Like it's just like my mom could sign this and you wouldn't know if she's a TCG player or not.
No.
Right. So it is just get names and signatures and of people who we think will support this game and this community. But I wanted people to have some amount of anonymity still. So like while you're putting your name and email address on there, you're not going to be sold to some random like distribution list. It's a community member who is trying to better the game, and the only people who will see that information are you and TCG player.
Yeah.
And so
as far as I know, I mean, again, like a lot of this stuff isn't my forte, but as far as I know, the only reason that the email is even on there is so you don't have like someone signing the form 200 times.
Yep.
And so if you're not comfortable with that, just put a random email. Like, I mean, my go-to was the year I was born at gmail.com. And I have no idea who owns that email, but they get all my spam stuff that I don't want other people to have my email on. Like,
well, we want there to be legitimacy behind the actual signatures too. So we want people to know, like we want there. We're not trying to just fudge it. But I didn't know this is a thing. Like, so I'm assuming Josh Fry is your actual name. And I was always David Wise. Like people know my actual name. And at Star City, like my actual name was on articles and things like that. And so it's going into the crypto space. There's people who like, they don't want you to know their name. They don't want you to know their first name. They don't want you to know their last name. They don't want you to know their email. They are very, very secretive people, which I respect. So they try to stay completely off the grid, but I wanted to make sure that people understood that anonymity will still be kept during this process.
Yeah, that's totally fair. I mean, my uncle's the same way. We know that he works for the government. We have no clue what he does. I'm related to him, so it is what it is. Everyone has their own thing.
Yeah, no, there's nothing wrong with it at all. Especially whenever you're talking about like people who are all about decentralizing like currency and decentralizing transactions, etc. They want to make sure that they can stay off the grid. So, but yes, please, connect whenever you guys can, and fill out that job form. I'm going to be plugging it until we get that 1,000 signatures, and I will also bring that job form to all of the future events and get people to sign it. If you're interested in being able to have easier access to purchase these cards, Star City is a great resource. And they have a whole lot of cards. I know this for a fact, I'll give you some alpha here. They are working on getting a buy list for singles. There are some logistical challenges with the way some of the things that from Vibes integrate into the Star City software that is actually stopping them from doing that like more immediate. But that is on their plate. It is on their to-do list, and they are working on it. So Josh, I was actually messaging with Sneaker Dad. I'll give you his cell phone number after this so you guys can connect. So again, everyone, thank you guys so much for watching. I'm going to take a quick 10-minute break before I'm on Schiller, but come hang out on Schiller's Twitch. He will be up shortly. And if you guys need anything at all, you know where to find me. I may or may not be on Saturday. I will probably not be streaming at all next week. I'm going to do some family stuff on Wednesday. And then on Thursday, I will be in DC. So I will already be there for the event. But definitely keep your eyes open for some content. Tugs gave me a great idea, and I'm going to give Tugs full credit on it. He gave me like a list of interactions that he thinks all new players should know. So I'm going to write a little article about that. I'll try to have that come out next week. And if anyone else has ideas for content, and this is kind of how the Tugs thing went down. He was like, I have this idea, but I don't have the time or motivation to make it happen. But I think it's something that would be cool for content. And so if anybody else has that same kind of energy where they're like, hey, it would be cool if someone did this, give me the idea and I'll do it. I will definitely make it happen. So I always appreciate people giving me good ideas for content, and I will absolutely shout you out, give you all the credit for it, and I'll put in all the work. Just whatever kind of builds the community up. But again, Josh, thank you so much for being such a strong community member. Super fun to have you on here. Congratulations to you and Benny for your performances in Cincinnati, and I hope to see you guys soon.
Yeah, thanks for having us. We'll see you guys.
Absolutely. Thank you. And thanks again, everybody. I'll see you.